Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching Nile Cruise on Nile TV. Dear viewers, comprised of Muslim and Christian leaders and shared by Al-Azhar Grand Imam and the Pope of the Coptic Orthodox Church, the family house was established in October 2011. Now, more than 10 years after the establishment of the House of the Family, a senior Al-Azhar official is suggesting that it becomes a model to be emulated in the rest of the Arab world. The question of what it did achieve in Egypt becomes inevitable. And to know more about the family house, we are honored to host Dr. Hossam Deen Allam, international relations expert at Al-Azhar University. A very good day, and it's a pleasure to have you with us today in today's episode of...
Good day to you too, and thank you so much for having me. And let me seize this opportunity to wish all our beloved fellow Egyptians a Merry Christmas, and to all Christians across the globe who are marking this very special occasion.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, why was the family house established?
This is definitely...
And tell us more about the family house,
Yeah,
for people that don't know anything about the family
I
house.
understand. This is definitely a very important question, and as you referred to at the very introduction to this segment of the program, it dates back, or its establishment dates back to the year 2011, and as a matter of fact, it is the result or the fruit, if you like, of an initiative that was proposed by the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, and that was welcomed, as a matter of fact, by Pope Shenouda III, the late Pope Shenouda III back then, and he welcomed this initiative, and as a result of which we have the institution of the House of the Egyptian family, or Egypt's family, and it has been, as a matter of fact, playing a very significant role in safeguarding, protecting, and cementing the cohesion of the national social fabric of the Egyptian society. And this, as a matter of fact, also is reflected in the various conferences, activities, protocols, and cooperation that the House of the Egyptian family has been undertaking and taking part of and promoting. Let's, for example, mention and highlight here the cooperation that emerged and resulted between the House of the Egyptian family and Ain Shams University. And in this regard, also, I'd like to highlight how is it now on the ground, in spite of the fact that the headquarter of the House of the Egyptian family is in Mashayikh Al-Azhar, or the headquarter of Al-Azhar Sharif. It has now over 17 branches all over Egypt. So to highlight and to delve more, as you mentioned in your question, and to provide more details for our dear viewers, it brings together Al-Azhar Sharif and all the dominations of Christianity in Egypt, in order to assist and support the institutions of the state, the different bodies, the different ministries, in implementing the vision and the mission and the policies necessary to protect and to safeguard Egypt's national security, especially with regards to fortifying and serving as a shield, if I may say, against any attempts that seek to target the unity and the cohesion of Egypt's social fabric. In this regard, also, it is worth mentioning that the way how the family house is run, for 6 months it is headed by the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, and for the remaining ones it's headed or run by the Pope of the church, which is another symbol of unity, understanding, promoting values of peaceful coexistence. As for the work, if you like, or the mission of the house of the Egyptian family, it mainly seeks to promote peaceful coexistence and the common ground that all the citizens of Egypt, be they Muslims or Christians, have in common when it comes to peace, when it comes to mercy, compassion, understanding, and cooperation. All these are values that the house of the Egyptian family seek to promote and to raise awareness about, especially when we see how there are neighboring countries that are suffering, as a matter of fact, from the strifes that arise from sectarian violence and sectarian disputes. So we can clearly see that, yes, the House of the Egyptian Family stands as a role model of faith-based institution that seeks to promote peace building in the full sense of the word, and especially also when it comes to preventive peace building.
Meaningly, sir, that it is a family house is based on faith-based diplomacy and peace building.
Yes.
Yeah, this is how it works on.
Yeah, and
Okay. Pope Tawadros II of Alexandria said that religion should be a reason for unity and cooperation, not fighting and disputes. Would you tell us about the steps taken at the popular level to promote the values of coexistence?
Yeah, this is definitely a very important question here, and I can see and I can say that it is safely 100% sure to state that the house of the Egyptian family has been working tirelessly and in such clear, progressive and sustainable manner in order to protect the supreme values of the Egyptian society in general, and in particular when it comes to the national role of these religious or these faith-based institutions, be it represented in Al-Azhar al-Sharif or the church in Egypt. And when I say here the church in Egypt, I mean all the different denominations of Christians living in Egypt. So we clearly see that from time to another we see attempts in order to target the cohesion of the social fabric of the Egyptian society, but both institutions come together, as I said earlier, in support of the role of the concerned ministries and institutions of the Egyptian state in order to make sure that the grassroots level of the society is protected. So this is why we see all this cooperation between the House of the Egyptian Family with the universities, with schools, with youth clubs, and it is also noteworthy here in this regard to mention that within the administrative structure of the House of the Egyptian Family, there is a particular committee that's entirely dedicated to youth in order to address the issues facing the youth in Egypt, and also to raise their awareness with regards to all the critical and important issues of our time. So, for example, just very recently, a very important set of activities, I would say, because it was not just a training or a gathering, but it was a set of activities, and the one theme that was running in all of these activities is raising awareness about the protection of the environment and raising awareness about the repercussions and the ramifications and the consequences of global warming. And let me here build on a very important point that you highlighted in your question, and that's the two concepts of faith-based diplomacy and peace building. So just also to make sure that our dear viewers are in the big picture with us, I would just say that, simply put, faith-based diplomacy refers to incorporating faith-related issues and concerns into the practice of politics and international relations in general. And more simply put, what we refer to here by faith-based diplomacy is how to utilize the power of faith, as we know that faith still plays a very significant role in shaping people's views and perspectives as well as their attitudes. So this is why the aim of faith-based diplomacy is to utilize this power in a meaningful, sustainable and productive way in order to guide people to find solutions. So the point is to make faith part of the solution to the problems and the challenges that face the society. And coupled with this, it is also important to refer to the concept of peace building, or the concept of sustainable peace, which is a very relevant and related notion in this regard. So in very simple terms as well, what we mean here is how to bring about an effective, peaceful, social change through socio-economic players, structures, and actors in a way that would serve to address any root causes that would lead to a conflict in the society. So this is why it is very important to address the relational dimension. It is also important in this regard to be aware of the cultural and the discourses permeating in the society and that affect and influence the views and attitudes of the individuals and the society, and thus the importance of, and this is to make the link with our main theme of the segment about the role of the House of Egyptian family, and thus to make sure that there is a discourse that really highlight common values such as peaceful coexistence, love, showing mercy, and compassion.
Perfect, sir. What are the 5 basic concepts that Pope Tawadros called for adopting to navigate life in the next 10 years?
Yeah, this is definitely a very important question. Definitely a very important question, and we clearly see that in the speeches of Pope Tawadros and also the speeches of the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar. There is this commonality and there is this shared vision that they both have in common, and this shared vision, as a matter of fact, it stems from their awareness of the critical time that Egypt now is going through.
How does the Egyptian Family House engage Muslim and Christian youth in non-religious activities such as charity, sports, and arts, and what is its significance?
Yes, there are a variety, a wide array, as you mentioned, of activities that are conducted by the House of the Egyptian Family, and it brings together Egyptian youth from all walks of life, both Muslims and Christians, and they are not necessarily religious in their nature, but they have this dimension of being of a charitable nature. So be it in the form of raising awareness, for example, about the challenges related to the environment and having a clean and sustainable environment, be it with regards to achieving Egypt's vision of 2030 or the upcoming one of 2045, as well as when it comes to helping and supporting the poor and the needy in cooperation with the presidential initiative of Haya Karima, or
Decent life.
Or a decent life.
Dr. Hossam Deen, international relations expert, we thank you so much for joining us in today's episode of Nile Cruise. Thank you very much for your informative knowledge. Thank you very much for working so much and so hard. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you so much for having me. Likewise.
Dear viewers, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be back again.
ليلة عيد ليلة عيد